All right, I feel super fucking locked in right now, like really. And it's been several days since I've felt like this, pretty much all week prior. I don't know, it's kind of just been. I would never say going through the motions because I never do that, but it's just been not like today. I feel really pretty good actually, but I think it's because I woke up this morning, um, and this shoulder problem that I've been having, um, and it's so strange because yesterday I hit legs, so I don't know. Anyways, I woke up this morning and it feels worse actually. Now I've been progressing up through these warm ups, um, being pretty cautious, just trying to control the weight and be really stable, secure, and it feels better. Like it does feel better, but it's still like, is it ideal? Fuck no. It's not even. Like I said, it's actually a little worse than yesterday. And I'm thinking the only thing I can think of is, I mean, one, I slept on it wrong, maybe. But two, if it has to do with something in here, maybe it was the hack squats, all that weight kind of pushing down on it. I don't know. I mean, you got me. You guys, your theories and guesses are as good as mine at this point. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Here I am. I have to kind of just work around it, which I've been doing all week. So, and this is not my first time working around and I keep saying shoulder. It's not really shoulder. I'm thinking it's just, again, I'm not a doctor, so I could be completely way off the mark here, but I'm thinking it's really just really bad inflammation from all one, the extra back training I've been doing. You guys know any back training, you're going to use some biceps, and I think this is biceps tendonitis. But two, that bicep tendon connects from here up to your shoulder joint, and obviously shoulders. There's a lot of shoulders involved with any kind of push. Like, well, not any kind, but a lot of the push movements. Your bench press, shoulder press, and I've been doing a lot of extra chest as well. So I think it's just the accumulation of you know all the extra mileage basically I've been putting on. Um, and I think it's just starting to get inflamed. My body's having, which I mean, I don't know if this is the right way to say this, but if I had to choose a injury, because it's gonna happen. I don't care who you are. At least minor things. Even the best of the best have had some minor injuries. So if I had to choose kind of a stipulation why I got one, it would be because just all the extra mileage and volume I've been able, again, keyword, I've been able to do because I had no injury and I felt good. I could do it. But ideally, I wouldn't want any. But like I said, if you train long enough, you're gonna run into something eventually. So, like I said, this is probably, like all things considered, one of the better scenarios for me. It's just, again, I could be wrong, but I think, like I said, I've had biceps tendonitis before, and it was hard to. It was actually, it was actually pretty, pretty bad. Like compared to this, it was like I mean, I don't even know how to put it on a like rank them on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like the worst amount of pain you can't even work out. This is probably like a 4 or 5. It's not, you know what I mean. It's I can manage it obviously, but the time prior, to this that I had biceps tendonitis, it was like a 6 or a 7. So it was getting pretty close to not even be able to train. So I just got to make sure I, cross my T's and dot my I's, be mindful. And again, it's chest, so I'll do what I can. If I can get a good 10 sets in today, I'll be happy with that. So this is 3:15. I'm gonna shut up before I get to ranting too much, which I may have already passed that point. But 3:15 for endless reps, infinity, right? My legs were shaking like a fucking leaf. Probably a byproduct of just hitting legs yesterday. And I hate when I do this. I do this so much. You'd think I would get better at this, but through the warm ups, I need to adjust my bench a little bit, get it right where I need it, because the bar is fixed where it is. And I thought I had it right, but I think I had it just a little too far this way. The farther this way, the more the bar is going closer to your chin. The farther I scoot the bench this way, the farther it brings it down. So I think I had it too far that way, and you just seen I scooted it back a little. It'll bring it just a little because it felt like I was pressing like this up at my chin, which I would like it to be not right below my chin, but maybe an inch or two below it. So, um, yeah, I still did 9. Ninth one was fucking brutal, but that's what I wanted. So, and another positive thing is that actually didn't bother my shoulder too much. So, off to a good start. I might seem a little kind of boring and I don't know, kind of. I mean, I've never been one of those rah rah, hooting and hollering kind of guys, before a big set or whatever. But even to my standards, I might seem a little kind of dialed back, and it's really because, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like whenever you get kind of pumped up like that, I think it just increases the chances for you to kind of get a little sloppy. If you get too amped up, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not everybody, but some people. So considering I have a little bit of a lingering pain and issue in my neck and shoulder, I'm really gonna try to be reserved to an extent and not make this worse. You know what I mean? That's kind of the opposite of the point of coming to the gym. Do a couple more heavy like this, and then like always, I'll do some lighter stuff as back down sets. I've had, I think a lot of people can attest to this, what I'm about to say. Again, if you've trained long enough, but that felt heavy and light all at the same time, you know? And this happens like every so often. And not even that it's a problem, because it's really not. But it's just weird. Fucking weird. Like I unracked it, kind of taking a few seconds to kind of just brace and get ready for the first rep. Didn't feel heavy. And even like the first 5 or 6 reps, didn't feel heavy. And then, well, I was gonna say, but then it did after that, obviously. That's any set, when you get to those final reps. But uh, but I was but I was also gonna say, like I said, it didn't feel heavy, but it did. It was just moving slow, but it still felt light. I don't know. Fuck, I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. Let's just do the next set. Damn it. Yes, I was just being completely honest. I was not expecting to get 8 reps again. That's pretty cool. Man, my spirits are getting lifted with each set. I feel really good now. But honestly, I was, when I first got here, I was worried because this was kind of being a bitch. And I was worried my shoulder, neck, whatever you want to call it, it's kind of in both areas, but was going to kind of affect this workout negatively, kind of hold me back to some extent. Turns out it's not. Now it has me. Now I feel really good. So I'm sorry if I was being a little bit of a bummer these first couple of sets, but sometimes that's just how it goes. You gotta play the hand you're dealt. And I was thinking that was the hand I was going to be dealt, and now I still have several sets to go, so we'll see how this plays out. But I feel way better than I thought it would at this point. So fuck yeah, man. Let's go down to 2 1/4 on each side and do a couple sets, and like I said, we'll go from there. All right, I'm not gonna do anything fancy with this today. This week seems like the past several weeks I've been trying to do these back down sets with a little twist to them. Not this week. We're just gonna do a straight, pretty much just like I did in the first three. Just a straight normal set. As many as I can. A quicker rest. Didn't rest quite as long, but since I'm going lighter, it's kind of the point. What I'm trying to do. All right. One more. Five sets, 5 sets of start off heavy, and then went a little lighter. Now let's cap it off with a drop set. Is there any surprise that I'm saying that? Because there shouldn't be. It's almost a staple in my workouts anymore. There is the rare occasion where I won't do it, but again, that's rare. I'll probably just go down to one plate, fucking rep this shit out. Motherfucker, that was more intense than I thought it'd be. I don't know if you could tell though. I was doing kind of three-quarter partials. Um, Actually, I may start it out fully locking out, but it wasn't very long into the set. If I did start out doing that, I switched to kind of three-quarter, and I didn't fully lock out. I stopped about right here, as opposed to there, trying to keep that tension on the chest the whole time, and that shit worked. Let's move on, man. Let's do some accessory shit. So Monday, on my first chest day of the week, I did um I did my flies on the cable machine over there. So just to mix it up, I figured today I'll do pec deck. If for no other reason, it's just to kind of a little more variety. Um, Not something you have to do. If you find something that really works for you, and you stick with it, and you keep doing it, and you see results, you're growing, you're getting stronger, you're getting better. You don't need to mix it up like this. I do it just to kind of keep things from being so monotonous, always doing the same thing. Um, but they both work, so I'll just kind of alternate from workout to workout. One workout I'll do the cables, then I'll come back to pec deck, and I'll just kind of flip flop. So it's not like I'm changing everything so much that I won't hit pec deck again for another 2 months. You know what I mean? Not like that. Um, Anyways, but I think today I'm gonna hit the lower chest. I'm gonna focus on that. So I'm gonna bring my butt out here. You guys can see that angle again. I'm not gonna keep explaining this, but just briefly, you can see that difference in angle, just like doing a decline bench. It's gonna hit the lower chest way more, as opposed to if my butt was back here, and you can see that difference in angle. It's gonna hit more mid chest, more like a flat bench. So I'm gonna scoop my ass out, hit the lower chest, and then I'll probably finish with something to hit the mid, kind of the overall chest. So, and I'm not going heavy here. You do not want to go heavy on this, unless maybe you start with it, but I don't see why you do that. Anyways. Good first one. All right, let's change this fucking song. it's kind of overstayed its welcome to my own, for my own doing, kind of my own fault. But like I said, when I find that get that good song that kind of gets me right where I want to be in the headspace for the gym, I put that shit on repeat. But I think I overdid it. So let's see what this song can do for me. That was the best one yet. So let's follow it up with the drop set. I mean, I was gonna do that anyways, but all right. Woo. Let's do one more. I'm gonna do one more exercise, and chances are that'll probably be it. Never say never, but there's a good chance that'll be it. So those chest flies on the pec deck seem to have aggravated my shoulder a little bit, um, which is funny because whenever I stretch and kind of open it up, it feels good. But I guess under load opened up and kind of stretched, and that fly position not so much. Doesn't quite feel as good. Um, so yeah, I mean, no more flies. Like I said, this will probably be the last exercise anyways, but I figured keep it kind of safe. Do a chest press on this machine. Try to just try to cap this pump off pretty good. I did my heavy stuff at the beginning. That went pretty good. So now it's just about getting a little bit more of a pump, a little more stress on the chest, to get it to grow, potentially and hopefully a little more, and then we'll get the posing. Mm, mm, Man, I felt that a little bit. Mm. All right, one more. One more. I think I can handle it. Oh, you see, I think I jumped the gun a little bit, getting too excited that I made it through pretty much all the incline pressing I did. Felt phenomenal. My shoulder and neck, nothing was really hurting. And then by like the second set of the flies, I think I started to feel a little something. And I could tell, yeah, here it is. That's what I was expecting. Kind of from set one, had a little delayed effect, but my suspicions were turned out to be true. That it did affect me. The good thing is it was only about halfway through the workout when it started, and then I made it all the way through. Wow, hey, legs looking pretty good. Anyways, caught a little glimpse of that. Oh, made it about halfway through, and then it started to creep up on me. So could have been a lot worse. So I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and complain too much. It does suck. I mean, it just does. Ideally, everybody would like to come in here injury free forever. Just like your, I use the analogy, it's just like your car. You know, the more miles you start putting on it, the more wear and tear, the more likely stuff is gonna start going wrong. You know, and it's just how it works, man. It sucks, yes, but might as well accept it and try to prevent it the best you can. But expect that at some point it's gonna happen. So, and then just try to be prepared. You know. So yeah, but I mean, honestly, I got a great pump. I did. So I don't know why I'm looking at my legs. They look good today for some reason. But yeah, I got a great pump. So I'm gonna try to move this over, kind of out of the way. Kind of put it right in the way. I think that'll be good. All right, let's check this out. got a little bit of a some bleed action going on, and now I just smeared it across my. I'll worry about cleaning up before I do abs. But yeah, chest day done. Now I get. This will be the first week in a month. Literally, I think it's been 4 weeks straight that um I've trained 6 days a week. Um, only having one rest day when it's supposed to have been 6 days on, then 5 days on, then 6 days and 5 days. So alternating every other week, getting that extra rest day, that benefit of that extra rest, which I had been doing that for 2 or 3 months straight, maybe even longer prior to these last 4 weeks. Like I said, these last 4 weeks, it's been 6 days every week for about a month straight. So I'm looking forward to this. Like this really is coming in at a good time, especially with this little. It's not even little. It's pretty significant. Um, Lingering shoulder and neck and trap. It's really like from here all the way down to my shoulder. But with this lingering pain, 2 days rest is couldn't have come in a better time. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up this blood on me. It's actually bleeding quite a bit, and then I'm gonna go do abs, and I won't see you guys again until Sunday. I'll get the next 2 days off. I'm looking forward to it. I usually don't say that because I love the gym, but I'm looking forward to it. All right, until Sunday, I'm done.